Hello, everybody. All right, so today for our video, I'm going to make 4 ceramic tiles. The technique we're going to use is Sgraffito, which essentially means to scratch out a design. And we want to have kind of a tile mosaic idea to where either the 4 tiles are in the same theme or they create one picture. Let's get started making our tiles. The first step, you're going to need 2 pounds of clay. And the way I like to get my clay started is I wedge it. This has already been pre-wedged. If you would like to understand how to properly wedge your clay, I will be posting a video teaching just that skill on its own. Now I'm going to slam it down. We don't want to slam it like super hard to where it just starts sticking to your surface. Let gravity do what gravity does. So you just kind of drop it down and then you flip it, drop it down. And essentially what we're trying to do is create a disc. Now that my clay is about 1 inch thick and it's a little wide, I could start to roll it out. Now, when you start to roll out your clay, I like to start in the middle and just kind of work my way towards the edges. That just helps keep it flat. And after I've done that a couple times, it's really essential that you remember to flip your clay, because if you just rolled it out, it's going to stick to your surface. And you don't want that. See, it's already starting to stick. So really gently with the corners, going to lift it up, flip it, and repeat the process. Now with this project, I'm going to roll it out to be 3/8 of an inch thick. Now that I've got the clay to the thickness that I desire and I've double checked to make sure that my design fits onto the clay, if I get it just the right way, it's perfectly fits. So this is perfect. I'm going to smooth both sides. Now I put it on my drawing board and I'm going to smooth out the sides. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our design onto the clay. Make sure all of the edges are going to be covered. And then we're going to use our knife tool and I'm going to cut out the clay. So I'm going all the way from the outside into the clay, keeping my knife tool upright, using the paper as a guide to cut as, reasonably as straight. And I'm actually going to go all the way to the edge. You'll see how easy it is for me to just peel up the sides of the clay because I went all the way to the edge. And it just comes right up. So this part is done. We can peel off our paper and save that for when we're ready to do our design. Now for this part, I'm going to use my stamp tool to put my initials on the bottom. If you don't have a stamp tool for your initials, you could always just use a carving tool and carve your initials on the bottom. And then a lot of pottery, beginner pottery toolkits come with this tool. It is like a smoothing rib with little ridges all the way around it. And this is really a fun way of adding texture for the bottom of your tiles. First, I'm going to put my stamps. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball what I think the center is going to be on each tile. It's not going to be perfect. And I'm just going to kind of rotate my stamp and go around so that each individual tile will have my little stamp on it. So now I'm going to take my little ridgy tool. I'm sure there's a proper name for it, but we're going to call it ridgy tool today. And pick a side. And then I just like making these little waves. And then I'll clean it, make some little waves. And it's just a fun way of adding texture to the bottom of your tiles. Okay, so now I've added my texture and I am ready to flip the project. And be careful because you don't want to distort your edges. Um, Before you flip it, you could kind of just look and see if anything needs to be fixed on the edge. And then again, just really carefully when we want to release it from the bottom, just barely lifting up those edges. Because the more you move your tiles, the more it's going to warp and distort it. And we really don't want that. Okay, so I've released all the edges, I think. Did I do this edge? Okay. And now I'm going to close it. Hold your breath. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to smooth all my edges. I like my tiles to have a nice kind of rolled smooth edge, and this is a good stage to make sure that they're in the shape that you want them, because when we start doing our actual carving design, we want the clay to be leather hard. So this is a good stage to kind of do some of those final touches to the edges while it's drying. For the next step, I'm going to use my T ruler, which is like a right angle ruler, to measure out my inside cuts for my squares. So I need my ruler and I need my knife tool. I'm going to put the T, line it up to the edges of my tile, and mark at the 4-inch. I'm adding just a tiny little notch where the 4 inches is. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to cut along those lines. I'm going to line it up, make sure it's nice and even. And I'm going to put my knife tool all the way to the edge, making sure it's straight up and down so we get a nice clean line. And I like, if you go all the way out to the edge, it kind of makes the clay go out and it distorts it. So I stop before I get to the edge, and then I'm actually going to cut back this way and meet that line. So I have a very clean cut and it's not distorting the outside edge. Gently lift up my ruler, and I'm going to repeat going this way. Measure my 4-inch. I like to smooth the edges of my tiles before I put on the design. So I'm going to very gently, very gently, just spread them out so that I can start to smooth the edges. Okay, and I'll go around and do what I did for the outside edges so that they're nice. I like having a little bit of a rolled, curved edge so it's nice and soft, but you've got to be really careful at this stage because you don't want to distort the shape. When I'm done smoothing the edges, I like to go over the top of it and just make sure, just with my finger, it's nice and smoothed out.
Now that the tiles have been made, in this video, I'm going to show you 2 different methods to do Sgraffito. The first and easiest method is to use one solid color of thick glaze, then outlining your design and carving it out. The second and much more time-consuming method is using multiple colors of detailed glaze and then carving it out. In the first method, I will add 1 to 2 layers of thick underglaze. I then must wait until the glaze is dry. And you know it's dry when it's dull looking and it no longer has a shine. Now I can add my template on top of the dry glaze. Using a dull pencil, I will trace out my design, making sure that I use my pencil at an angle so I don't poke a hole in the clay through the paper. I could then slowly peel off my template. The moisture level of the clay is very important for the carving step. It should be leather hard at this stage. If it's too wet or too dry, carving can be disastrous. Using your carving tools, you can now start to carve out your design. For this design, to keep it simple, I'm only going to use one carving tool, which is my Kemper carving tool. I like to have a small bowl nearby so that as I carve, I could clean my tool and remove the excess clay. You should wait until your tile is bone dry before you use a dry paintbrush to clean off any excess clay. And the last step is to add a clear glaze over the top of your bone dry and clean tile. Now I will show how to do the second, more colorful Sgraffito technique. In this example, I will trace my template before I glaze. That way I could use my template marks on the clay to know where to add the colors.
Now I'm going to use a dull pencil. Wah, 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 wah. It's my dull pencil. I'm going to keep some pressure on the paper because I don't want it rolling up and going away. And I am going to use the pencil to put pressure onto the paper and outline my whole design. And I'm not pushing too hard, but hard enough for it to leave a nice indent. And because the clay is wet, the clay kind of sticks. So the faster you could get it done, the better. So now I've gone all the way through my design. I could peel up the paper. I'm going to use a little tweezer tool and lift up all of that excess paper that got left because we don't want that creating a barrier in between our glaze. I've let my clay dry a little bit, and to get any remaining little paper flecks off, I'm actually going to use a paintbrush, and I'm just going to go over the surface just to make sure there isn't any little debris of paper left over. Now I am ready to glaze. I'm using underglaze. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And I'm going to pick very carefully a little tile and start to glaze it. I just had to quickly show you my view. So while I'm glazing, this is who's watching me. Huh? You're watching me glaze? Are you sleeping while I make videos? Because you're a sweet girl. Little eclipse. That's my little buddy. She has her little spot. Okay. Now, we just have to wait for it to dry. And then we could start carving. To start doing Sgraffito, you need to have your tool rails. And again, you need to have a little dish to put all the little burrs that are created when you're carving out the clay. It has all these little, bits that come off. There are so many different tools that you could use to do Sgraffito. Again, my favorite tool just in general is this, I think it's a Kemper tool. It's got the little knife and then the little carving scooper dilly do. That's the technical word, dilly do. I also have some diamond core tools for carving. This is the L3, the L1, and the L2. So those are just kind of various shapes, which are nice for carving. Another thing I like to have is a brush, a dry brush, so that if there's any dust that I need to kind of push off the glaze. The nice thing about doing this into leather hard clay is the clay is still soft enough that it's not going to flake the glaze off. If you wait until it's bone dry, as you're carving, the glaze becomes brittle and it could actually kind of not make your lines smooth. They get kind of ragged looking. When you're carving, you gotta be careful not to put too much pressure. You don't want to dig too deep. I mean, unless that's the effect you're going for. And then as I'm carving, I'm cleaning my tool out and putting it in the little disposable bowl. I think what the most exciting thing about a Sgraffito is it turns your project into such a handmade project. Nothing about this looks factory made. It looks so authentic and hand carved. I don't know, it's exciting seeing it really kind of come to life and take shape. I really like it. It's a really fun way of decorating. And it's all done. I'm done carving it. I think it turned out really fun. I wanted it to be just busy and colorful. And it's a fun project to make in just one load in the kiln because I'm not going to bisque fire this at all. I'm actually going to put a clear glaze over it and then do a slow glaze fire. The glaze tiles are out of the kiln for their glaze fire, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. Thank you so much for watching my show and learning how to make Sgraffito tiles. If you like this show and you'd like to learn more pottery techniques, please go to my ceramics class page on YouTube and be sure to subscribe. And if you happen to have $2 to spare, you could go to my Patreon page and become one of my Patreons. You might win some free stuff because I do have giveaways. And if you'd like to see what goodies I have for sale, please go to my website, hardshellslimysnail.com. Thank you so much for watching my show. Bye.